Welcome to our channel. Today we delve into the dark and chilling world of trucker horror stories. These true tales, ripped from the headlines of newspapers across America, will make you think twice before hitting the open road alone. The open road, a symbol of freedom, adventure, and the promise of new horizons. But for some, these ribbons of asphalt weaving through the heartland hold a much darker significance. For them, the open road is a hunting ground. We're going to explore 3 bone-chilling cases that expose the dark underbelly of the trucking industry. Stories that will leave you questioning who you can trust and wondering what lurks behind the headlights of that 18-wheeler approaching in the dead of night. The spring of 1992. Along the seemingly endless stretches of Interstate 70, a terrifying secret is unfolding. A secret hidden inside the cab of an 18-wheeler driven by a man named Robert Ben Rhodes.
No one suspected the horror I carried with me. My truck, a seemingly ordinary vehicle designed for hauling cargo, concealed a sinister secret. The back of my truck was my domain, a meticulously crafted chamber of terror.
Hidden compartments, soundproofed walls, restraints designed to hold his victims captive, all concealed from the unsuspecting eye. Rhodes targeted young women, often hitchhikers or those he encountered at truck stops, offering them a ride, a moment of respite in their journeys. But that offer of kindness was a one-way ticket to a nightmare.
Once inside my mobile torture chamber, they were subjected to unimaginable horrors. Weeks, sometimes months of captivity, their cries for help swallowed by the drone of the engine and the indifference of the open road.
The inside of his truck became a gruesome tableau, a testament to his depravity. Polaroids of his victims, their eyes reflecting the terror they endured, served as trophies, grim reminders of his power over them.
His reign of terror might have continued unchecked, another phantom haunting the highways, if not for the bravery of one woman. I managed to escape his clutches, my testimony a chilling account of the horrors I endured.
Her escape led to Rhodes's capture. The authorities, upon searching his truck, uncovered the full extent of his crimes. The evidence, irrefutable, painted a horrifying picture of a predator who used his freedom on the open road to prey on the vulnerable.
Robert Ben Rhodes was sentenced to life in prison. My freedom, the very thing I used to ensnare my victims, stripped away.
But the scars he left on his victims, the terror he inflicted, continues to haunt those who know his name. This case, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface, exposed the vulnerabilities of those who travel alone, who put their trust in strangers on the open road. It also cast a long shadow over the trucking industry, revealing how easily a predator could use the anonymity of the open road to disappear, to continue their reign of terror unchecked. The case of Robert Ben Rhodes serves as a chilling reminder. Evil can wear many faces, and sometimes it wears a trucker's cap. The 1980s, an era of big hair, neon lights, and a growing sense of unease as a string of unsolved murders grips the nation. The killer? Robert Joseph Silveria Jr., known as the Truck Stop Killer.
I moved through the arteries of America, my truck a mobile killing ground. My victims, often women on the margins of society, prostitutes working truck stops, looking for a way out, a better life.
He used his profession to blend in, to appear harmless. He would offer them rides, a warm meal, a sympathetic ear to their troubles. But behind his facade of normalcy lurked a monster.
Once inside the cab of my truck, the women would realize the terrible mistake they had made. Trapped, their cries for help drowned out by the roar of the engine and the emptiness of the desolate highways.
Silveria's methods were brutal, fueled by a rage that seemed to know no bounds. He would leave their bodies discarded along his routes, grim reminders of his passing. His transient lifestyle, the very nature of his work, made him the perfect predator.
I would strike in one state, then disappear, melting back into the anonymity of the open road, only to resurface hundreds of miles away, leaving another trail of heartbreak and despair in my wake.
Years passed, and the body count grew. Law enforcement, frustrated and under pressure, struggled to connect the dots, to find a pattern in the seemingly random killings. But Silveria, like all predators, would eventually make a mistake.
A discarded cigarette butt, a witness who remembered his face, a partial license plate. Small details that would prove to be his undoing. The evidence, painstakingly gathered, finally led investigators to Silveria's door. He was arrested, charged, and convicted for his crimes.
The truck stop. Killer's reign of terror was finally over. Robert Joseph Silveria Jr. was sentenced to life in prison. His crimes a stark reminder of the vulnerability of those living on the fringes of society and the darkness that can hide in plain sight. His case sent shockwaves through the trucking industry, forcing law enforcement and trucking companies to confront the reality that predators could use their profession as a cover for their crimes. Chapter 3.
Across the United States, a chilling pattern began to emerge. Young men, often college students passing through towns, would vanish without a trace. Weeks, sometimes months later, their bodies would be found in rivers and lakes, miles from where they were last seen. These were not isolated incidents.
The victims, often last seen near truck stops or bars frequented by long-haul truckers, shared a similar profile: athletic, outgoing, and often intoxicated when they disappeared. A theory emerged as chilling as it was controversial: the smiley face killer theory.
Investigators proposed that a loosely organized group of serial killers, possibly truck drivers themselves, were responsible for these deaths. The theory got its name from the eerie calling card that often appeared near where the victims were last seen or where their bodies were recovered. A simple smiley face, sometimes drawn in graffiti, other times on a napkin or a piece of paper left behind like a sinister calling card.
Could these deaths, spread out across multiple states, be the work of a network of killers using their knowledge of the highways, the anonymity of the open road, to pick off victims and dispose of their bodies with chilling efficiency?
The theory, while met with skepticism by some in law enforcement, resonated with the families of the victims, many of whom believed their loved ones' deaths were not accidents, but the result of foul play.
The smiley face killer theory, whether a terrifying reality or a chilling example of our collective fear of the unknown, highlighted the vulnerabilities of those who travel alone, who trust strangers, who find themselves in unfamiliar surroundings.
It also cast a long shadow over the trucking industry, raising questions about the transient nature of the work, the lack of oversight, and the potential for predators to use their jobs as a cover for their crimes.
While the smiley face killer theory remains unproven, the cases continue to haunt investigators and fuel speculation. The smiley face, once a symbol of happiness and good cheer, has taken on a sinister new meaning for those who know the stories. A chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of our everyday lives.
The open road, a symbol of freedom and adventure, now carries with it a sense of unease, a reminder that not all who travel are seeking new horizons. Some, it seems, are searching for their next victim.
Thank you for watching. If you found these stories as chilling as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more true horror stories. The open road can be a dangerous place. Be aware of your surroundings, trust your instincts, and never ever get into a vehicle with a stranger. Stay safe out there. Pause 3S. In this final chapter, we delve into the psychological impact these terrifying stories have had on truckers across the nation. The open road, once a symbol of freedom and adventure, has become a path fraught with unseen dangers and lurking shadows. Pause 2S. For many truckers, the tales of Robert Ben Rhodes and the smiley face killers have forever changed the way they approach their jobs. What was once routine has now become a series of calculated decisions, each one tinged with a sense of caution and dread. Pause 2S, through interviews and personal accounts, we uncover the lasting effects of these horror stories on the trucking community. Pause 1S, Pause 2S. Safety measures have become a top priority. Truckers now rely on technology, such as GPS tracking and emergency alert systems, to ensure their safety. They form tight-knit communities online to share information about suspicious activities in dangerous areas. Pause 2S. Yet, despite these precautions, the lingering fear remains. The haunting memories of those who have fallen victim to the horrors of the road are a constant reminder of the risks they face daily. Pause 2S. Pause 2S. These chilling tales have not only reshaped the trucking industry, but have also left an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of those who brave the highways. As they continue their journeys, they carry with them the weight of these stories, forever altered by the terror that once seemed so distant. Pause 2S. Thank you for watching. If you found these stories as chilling as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more true horror stories. The open road can be a dangerous place. Be aware of your surroundings, trust your instincts, and never, ever get into a vehicle with a stranger. Stay safe out there.